Kaladin snuggling with the wrap back there. He just loves woven wraps. He just loves them. It's so cute. I'll definitely need to get at least one, like a really, really soft, awesome one for our newbie. Like something newborn worthy, squish worthy. Speaking of squish, I think that's what I want to nickname the unborn Bebe number 2.0. We had a nickname for Kaladin. It was Jellybean, and I like doing that because it's nice to have like a name you can refer to, you know, even in the very beginning, like way before you even know gender or sex, I guess, if you want to be specific and technical and correct. I just prefer using the word gender because sex, you know, means something else entirely different. Anyway, so before we know what we're having, it's nice to still have a name we can use. And then also with Kaladin, we still, even once we knew he was a boy, we still didn't have a name until after he was born. We had a list of like 7 names that we all liked equally, and none of them stood out to us as his name. Like none of them felt for sure. So we just could not pick one, and we had to wait till he was born. So we were able to call him Jellybean the whole time, so that like he had a name to call him by. And especially like, I don't know, I just don't like saying it for a baby because they're not a it, they're a person. So and you know, before you know if you're having a boy or a girl, or rather a male or a female, you can't say he or she. So you know, having that nickname is very helpful, at least to us anyway. I mean, some people think it's stupid, but it works for us. So Cal was Jellybean, and I like using ones that are not super common, because I know like a bean is used a lot and peanut is used a lot, and they're cute, but I like to be a little bit more original, just like with actual names. So I was thinking squish. I mean, I know that's not that original, but I don't see people calling their unborn babies squish very much, so there's that. They just kind of refer to newborns in general as squishes. So, like, wraps are squish-worthy, but I think squish would be cute. Justin had, like, no opinion, so it's like, should it be squish? He's like, yeah, whatever. He thinks it's kind of silly, but I like it. I think it's helpful. Helps with, you know, the bonding and whatnot to have something to refer to. I am gonna be 5 weeks tomorrow, and it's still like surreal. It's really just strange. Like, it doesn't feel as real and concrete as it did with Cal by this stage, but then I guess maybe I'm just so distracted with some other big things in our life, like taking care of our toddler and getting ready to move far away and whatever. Not having very many symptoms. I am so tired. So tired. I've been going to bed really early for me and just, you know, sleeping like a rock, and then even taking naps too. Cal has been great about napping with me, which has been fantastic. And it's still like, no matter what, I have like this underlying like tired, like you feel like it almost feels like a pressure on your forehead or something, or like any given moment you might just close your eyes if you get too bored or something. It's just weird. So anyway, I've been so tired. That's like my main symptom. I've just been so tired, and I've just felt a little weird, just a little off. Like, I'm not nauseated, I'm not extra hungry, I don't have a decrease in appetite, I don't have really cravings or aversions quite yet. Nothing real strong. There's just sometimes where I'm like, that doesn't sound good, but then, you know, that happens normally. I just feel weird. Just a little weird. I mean, that's about, I'm sorry, I can't think of a more specific way to describe it other than weird. And I have had some, not cramps, but, you know, you feel those twinges and, like, pressure. It's like this weird feeling in your uterus where it's like you can almost feel it trying to grow and expand. It's not quite painful, but it's not comfortable. It's a little uncomfortable. So I've had that here and there. I had it quite a bit earlier today. But it's definitely not like cramps, so I don't feel like anything's wrong. Everything feels okay. It's just mild. Okay, today I'm 5 weeks, 2 days pregnant, which was more than 3 weeks since I ovulated, so it should say 3+ if it's right and my levels are good. It was a 2-test pack, so the other one still left. And now that it's been a couple weeks, it's actually literally been 2 weeks since I found out. So I'm going to take it, and it should either say 2 to 3 or 3+.
Thank you. Come on. Come on.
Boop.
Hey.
Boop. Still thinking. Okay, duh.
Duh. Whoa. Whoa.
Sure is taking a while. I'm a little bit nervous because this was like, I've had my lines getting darker, but I know that that's not totally reliable because of, dye and concentration and all that. But I've been wondering how this would be as far as confirming progression. If it says 1 to 2, I think I will start to worry. Even though I haven't had any, like, cramping. I've had, like, that feeling of fullness or, like, things are growing, but not cramps. I haven't had a trace of spotting, which when I was pregnant with my son, I was spotting by now. Including during the luteal phase, and I didn't have any at all. This time. So that in and of itself is reassuring. I am on progesterone already to be preemptive, try to prevent any issues. Because with Cal, I didn't get on progesterone until almost 6 weeks. But still, I don't know. It'll just be 3+. Awesome! Yeah, baby! I think there's a sticky bean in there. Hi. Laying down. So, I've had some cramping and spotting all day today. So I talked to the nurse with my regular doctor, and she told me I had to call OB. And then I called OB, and they told me I had to come to the ER. So, been here a little less than an hour. So far, I've peed in a cup, and they did like a listen to my lungs and heart and pressed around my abdomen and whatnot. And they're about to do a pelvic exam, see if I'm still bleeding. And he said they're probably gonna do an ultrasound, see what they can see. It might be too early, but we'll just see if we can see the baby. And they'll also do blood work to make sure, see where those levels are at. And then Tuesday I'm supposed to have my first appointment with the nurse, and I think they're supposed to draw blood that day too, so then I'll be able to check, see that they're going up or not. I think everything's okay. It's not like a lot of spotting, and it's been like very dark red and a little bit of brown, so it's not like bright red or anything. But they just want to like make sure. And, it doesn't hurt, especially since I'm already on the progesterone. I just want to make sure everything is still okay. So I'm just waiting for them to come back. Hi guys, I just want to update you real quick. We got home so late because the test results were taking forever. But really good news. They did do an ultrasound, and not only did they see a yolk sac and baby, but they saw a heartbeat. So as far as we know, baby is fine, everything's fine. They didn't do any blood tests, but it's kind of a moot point. It's kind of pointless when you have a heartbeat. You know, I mean, that's the better indication that everything's fine. The labs finally all came back. I do have a slight infection, and but otherwise I'm fine. So I'm home. I'm super tired. I was starving to. I ate some food, and now I'm gonna go to bed. But I'm just so happy, and I can't believe it. Like 5 weeks, 6 days, and I saw a heartbeat. That's so awesome. So, yay! So I'm feeling very, very optimistic now. It means the risks have gone down so dramatically, and such a relief. I'm really happy. So, hi guys, I'm in the ER again. Had some bright red bleeding today, and that was a little bit worrisome, especially because my symptoms pretty much went away. I didn't have any nausea today. Not really that tired or anything. Yeah. A little bit crampy, and just, you know, I was just a little bit concerned. So I had to come bring Justin to work anyway. Say hi.
Hi.
So I was already at the hospital, as it was, and then I went. So the other thing that worried me is Kaladin lost my progesterone prescription, so I had missed 2 days of it. So, you know, that coinciding with the start of bleeding kind of made me worried. So I was gonna take Cal to a Halloween festival today, which is why I wanted the car. I brought Justin to work, and then I went to the pharmacy and had them refill my progesterone for me. And then when I went to the bathroom, I was still bleeding a little. It got a little bit darker red, but it was still bleeding. And so I was a little worried. And I asked a couple of my friends what they'd do, and they were like, I would get checked out. So I took Cal over to, there's a playroom by where my husband works. He works in day of surgery, so that he could get a little bit of playtime in, kind of get out of his system, because I knew he was going to be in for a wait, And, so we played a little bit, and then we went to see my husband, and he, you know, was happy to see Daddy, and met a couple of people my husband works with. It was, like, deserted in there. And I got the phone charger for my husband, which was great, because I was already down to, like, 40% battery life by then. Yeah. So then I came down here to the ER, and I've been here for almost 4 hours so far from when I first checked in. But they're pretty quick to, like, take care of me. But see, the thing that sucks is right around when I went to see Justin, my back started hurting really bad. I've had really awful back pain off and on since having Cal, which I'm pretty convinced was caused by the epidural, because it started hurting exactly where it was placed. And it comes and goes over the past, 2 years, almost 2 years. And sometimes it's worse than others. Sometimes it's just I need a minute when I first stand up and then I'm fine. Other times I have a day where it's just really sore, and then there's been a few times where it's just like barely move and it was excruciating. And today's one of those days, unfortunately. It just progressively got worse every time I stood up and sat back down, and to the point where I could hardly walk by the time I got into my room here. And it's really bad. I can barely move. When I had to go pee in a cup, I was literally hunched over like it was 90, just shuffling down, and I only had to go 2 doors down to the bathroom and back. It was bad. I even called the attention of this random nurse. She's like, "Are you okay?" It's really bad. It hurts so bad to move out of this position I'm in right now. Right now it barely hurts, but if I sit perfectly straight up or try to stand, I physically cannot stand exactly straight up, but if I try to stand up as much as I can, the pressure, it just hurts so bad. Justin came down on his lunch break to help me with Cal a little bit, and he was just like, this is really bad. This is really bad. But so they saw me within an hour, because they came in right when he got here, right after that, and they did the ultrasound. It was a transabdominal ultrasound. They could see everything. They said the baby was fine. Heart rate was 158. And Justin got to see, which was cool, because he doesn't really get to see ultrasounds usually. Or he didn't with Cal. He only saw the one that we went and found the gender out together at a 3D place, otherwise he wouldn't have seen any of them. Anyway, so he thought it was kind of cool, but the baby's fine. And as far as I know, the bleeding has stopped, but my back is just so bad. So Justin had to go back to work, and just in here with Cal, just waiting, because they did like a swab. They just want to make sure, and you know, so they've took blood and had me peeing cup too. So they're just running some tests, and we're waiting on the labs to come back before I can be discharged. But honestly, I'm like worried. I don't know how I'm even gonna get back to the car. Like, I do have a stroller, so it can be kind of like a walker, but I don't know how I'm gonna get Cal into his car seat and stuff like that. Like, it's really bad. I'm kind of hoping they'll let Justin come down and help me just for a few minutes or something, or maybe, I mean, as much as it would suck to be stuck here that long, I kind of want to stay until he's off work, and then he can just help me. I mean, because I have to come back and pick him up anyway. I don't know. This is just so awful. It hurts so bad. If I move just right, it literally feels like someone's stabbing me right in the back, like right in between my vertebrae. I'm pretty sure it's a herniated disc. I'm almost positive. But I've been playing phone tag with my doctor all over time, and then it would get better again, and I'd forget about it, and, you know, now I'm pregnant, there's not really much they can do anyway, so. But the good news, at least, is baby is fine. So maybe it's just normal for me to bleed, you know, a couple times at the beginning of pregnancy. I mean, 5th week, 8th week, it's almost exactly the same timing as when I bled with Cal. He's laying on the floor. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Silly goose. So, I got some, before I got called back, I was smart. I went over to the vending machines and got a couple snacks and water and orange juice and stuff, so it's been able to keep me tied over. I'm still really surprised I'm not nauseated right now, but I'm gonna just enjoy that, because the baby is fine, so I know the baby's fine and alive, and hey, if my morning sickness doesn't come back, that would be fantastic. I would love that. So we have to start getting ready to move, and we have our Disney World trip. It'd be nice to not feel sick during all that. Like, I haven't been able to get very much done at all because I've been feeling so awful. So as long as my back starts feeling better, like, that's the other thing. I can't really get much done with that either. But if it's anything like any other time where I've had a flare-up, it doesn't hurt for very long. At the most, like a day and a half is the longest it's ever been. It's usually just a few hours. So I'm hoping that it feels better soon. But anyways, that's what's going on with me today. Just excruciating pain and some concern. But honestly, like, it's not like it was with Cal. With him, I was just so worried, and it was so, like, heartbreaking, and I would be just a mess and crying every time I had blood and everything. But, you know, because it turned out well with him, I've been very optimistic this time, I've noticed. Like, I don't feel like I'm not bonded to the baby, it's just that I have a feeling things are fine, and, like, I know that even red blood can still be okay. And it's never been, like, heavily bleeding, so, I mean, maybe if I was bleeding through pads or something, I'd be worried, but, like, really, like, upset. But I had a feeling things were I just wanted to be sure instead of wonder. But yeah, baby's fine. So that's good. Now I'm gonna cry. Anyway, I didn't get to see the ultrasound. He said he would show me, and then he forgot, and like, whatever. But Justin got to see, and Cal got to see at least, and that was nice. And Cal said baby when he saw it. It was cute. But he's been such a good boy. I mean, he's done a couple of bratty things, but for the most part, he's been so good, and we've been waiting so long. He's been really patient and sweet, and he's been trying to be as gentle as possible with me. It's just, I have such a good little boy. I love him so much. So anyway, I just wanted to update you on that. That's what's going on with me.